All right, welcome back to Blackmagic TV. And today we have the Blackmagic guide of painting just about anything. And I got some fenders left from a truck I've been working on for a few years, so we're gonna get them painted. Now these are not, generally you wouldn't just paint these. They're made to be body worked and sanded and all these things, but we don't have that availability on this project. So the first step is to take it out of the box and make sure it's not smashed up. We've done that. The next step is to take our dual action sander with 320 grit paper. You can use whatever sander you have. Obviously you need an air compressor to do this stuff with. Actually, they make an electric version of this now. So you can buy a cordless electric DA, but we're not using that. And you need a mask. But the process is just sanding down the E-coat the best you can without making it bare metal. And then we're going to scuff the edges with the Scotch-Brite. Then we are going to seal this and shoot it. And we're going to do nice, even strokes as we sand. As we're going, don't push down. If you push down, it just doesn't work right. You're just working it. You let the paper do the work. So you just need it on there. You're just holding it to the surface. As you can see, we've DA'd it. Now we're going to take our red Scotch-Brite and we're going to, again, not applying pressure, but we're going to hit all of our edges. This whole back section, we didn't buzz it because it would tear up your paper. But I like to go back over everywhere I did DA and just make sure it's nice and good. Can't have any shiny areas. Again, I'm not really putting pressure. I'm just holding the pad onto the surface. And I know there's somebody watching this going, totally did it wrong, dude. You're supposed to prime that and body work it, dude. Well, no, you can do that. That's not what we're doing. We're all sanded. We are in the paint booth. Most of you probably don't have a paint booth. That's okay. You can literally do this in a garage, in the driveway. I've seen people paint them in the trailer park. This is wax and grease remover. This is just how I do it. Some people put it on the rag and then have a wet rag and a dry rag. I like to have a stack of rags. And I like 2 and 2. I double them up. These are Scott's Blue towels. Again, some people will say, there's gonna be bleed through in the dye. And I don't know. I've never had any problem using these. I've been using them for like 10 years now. They're affordable. You can get them literally anywhere. And this just cleans all the schmelts from your hands off. Get some gloves. I got gloves on. You can buy these anywhere, Harbor Freight, anything. Don't be using your mom's dish rag gloves though. That ain't gonna work. I know one old guy that says you're supposed to do it like this. You gotta run it one direction, Tyler. Just do it one way, man. I found it doesn't matter. But also, you gotta let this shit dry off. Like, you can't just immediately wipe it down and then spray it. You're gonna get solvent pops. This is solvent. As you can see it drying. I think you can see it. And can you see that in the video? How it's drying off right here? Like, that's still the wet part. And you'll see it start fade. It goes away. This is a tack rag. A cheesecloth, some people call it. But you gotta unfold it all the way. Also, wear gloves. It's stickier than hell. You wanna, and you're gonna take it just like that. We're gonna go over the whole thing. Some etching primer for the bare metal areas. You gotta pre-spray these cans, and you need to buy something good like Sim. I'm only hitting the big areas. First step, sealer. On this thing we've been using the PPG shop line. And right here it gives you the mixing ratio. 4 parts sealer, 1 part hardener, 1 part reducer. On this cup, it has a liner right there. 4 to 1 to 1. So we take it to the 8 to the 8 to the 8. That gives us our proper situation. I'm about to make a mess. We shook this on the paint shaker. It's been sitting, so you always have to shake this stuff up on the shaker. And I'm probably gonna mix a little more than I need because I'm probably gonna coat those fenders twice. So we hit the 9 spot. We're gonna put this lid right there for now. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna hit the 9 spot. Boom. We're gonna put that lid back on.
Oh boy, alright.
I'm living dangerously. Oh yeah. I've just been around all this DuPont, dude. They don't smell the same as the PPG. Take your schmelzing stick here. We're very pro-environment in the body shop. The reusable paint stick. But we gotta mix this up really good. And you'll tell, you can feel the consistency change because the bottom of the reducer and the hardener will sit on top of the product until they're mixed together. They also make deals where you can put this whole system in a damn paint shaker. Use whatever gun you want. I'm not a gun Nazi, but I will say I go Japanese. I go Iwata on everything. There's my 400. I got 2 Supernovas, Evos, whatever everybody's calling them. There's Sodajet, there's Harbor Freight, whatever. If you're gonna do a lot of painting, you need a good paint gun. I'm gonna do this suit up. Hopefully I still get that. You also need at least one of these masks to paint with. But these are nice. You'll get a metal cup. If not, you can buy just the gun, buy these liners, and it locks right on. You take a little bit of the air out. Boom, you can paint upside down, underneath, whatever you want. First step, I'm gonna retack off those, then we're gonna go in with a nice big fan pattern and a 50% overlap and coat the whole thing in sealer, let it sit, and then we'll see what it looks like. Are you coming in here or staying out there? As long as you haven't sprayed clear coat and your shit is dry, you can tack rag it in between coats. Also, your dry time will be dependent on your temperature. It's fairly warm outside today. It's warmer in here, so we're getting good dry times. All right. I'm going to start with the hard areas. Actually, I'm going to start with these small parts. Baby. In between, obviously, we just got done spraying. You have to clean out the paint gun. Like, you can't leave it. Nick thinks it's important that I tell you this. If you don't know that you need to clean your paint gun out after you sprayed sealer, then you should literally shut this off and not ever paint. No, don't do that. Yes. This is what makes these so nice. It's because if you have a big metal cup or a plastic cup, you're cleaning the whole cup out. This, I'm literally cleaning this out with the smallest amount of thinner. I'm gonna take this right here. I'm gonna clean out my deal. I'm gonna take it right here. I'm gonna clean out my face. I'm gonna put some more schmelz in this thing. Right? Put some schmelz in there. I like to spray it down the hatch the back way. And now we see it's coming out clean. It's clean. It's good. All right. Sealer's drying. We got the base coat. It's a green, metallic. It mixes 1-to-1 according to the can. It's, again, on these Shopline's pretty good. PVG's pretty good about putting it on the can. If it's not on the can, you just look it up online and find it out. So on here, I'm gonna mix a full deal. So it just has these numbers down here with it's got several different ways you can mix, but I'm gonna just use the milliliters I'll use the ounces. We'll go 14 and 14. That makes 28. I'm gonna wipe the can off. Whoop. Wipe the can. Place our lid back on. Grab our reducer. Also, choke it up to the top. There we go. But again, grab our paint stick. You gotta be a little more delicate when you got this much paint in here. Now this will take, I think we've been doing 3 coats most of the time it's taken to cover all the way with this color. When I do my base coat, I like to push most of the air out. You can also give it a nice little shake there. Go inside the paint. Oh, beautiful. Looks good. Good even texture on it. We didn't make it look like an orange, so that's a bonus. We will wipe it back down again. Now we're getting it spraying a little better. Alright, we're gonna put this color, we should have sprayed dark sealer. We didn't spray dark sealer the first time. It looks like shit right now. I also adjusted my gun a little. So it's always looked better after the second coat. All right, we're gonna mix up our clear coat. Again, use what you will. But for my money, there is no substitute than the House of Colors USC 01. This clear also, House of Colors. Right here, 3 parts clear, 1 part hardener, 1 part reducer. Boom, boom, boom. Someone's gonna say, you got fast reducer, it's not cold. That's right, it's not cold. But I am known to have a heavy hand when it comes to clear coating. So, I use the fast so I can layer on. I like to lay the wet, as they say down in Houston, Texas. That's the wet. We're mixing full cups up here, baby. We're going to put 3 coats on these parts. That way Nick can wet sand and polish right through the paint I just did. Once he gets to going. No, I like to do 3. Especially with this clear. Ooh. There's a little juicer left in the can there. With this clear, it's... you're golden. It's any clear. I'm a 3-coat minimum guy. 2 drink minimum, 3 coat minimum on clear coat. It's the only way you get the depth that you're looking for. Other than, if you're really building something show, what you're going to do is you're going to put your 3 coats on. You're going to come back in. You're going to flat sand that down, wet sand it, and you're going to re-clear it again with another 3 coats, and then you're going to wet sand and polish that. They call that flow coating. I just call it doing it right. I know a lot of times on if you're doing like a solid color, not a metallic, a solid color, what you want to do is you want to hit that with a single stage. We'll use a single stage, and then you cocktail it down to where you have 2 coats of the single stage clear at the end. You wet sand that down, re-clear it, and that's the money ticket right there. But we're not building a Riddler car here. We're building this is a little Bethlehem special. Nick lives in Independence, Missouri. He's built this entire truck on a budget. How much do you have into this entire truck?
The entire truck.
Entire truck.
$20,000.
$20,000. It's got a brand new trans that's been rebuilt. He's got a rebuilt 454 in it. All new interior. And that's with purchasing doors, fenders, a hood, a whole entire bed. He blasted the chassis by watching a YouTube video and made a sandblaster in his driveway. So Nick's old lady is going to have one hell of a C10 truck. Unfortunately, she put a step-side bed on it, but, you know, that's, again, dealer's choice on that. I'm not a fan of the step-side. I'm more of a fleet-side man. But this stuff, again, we're just mixing it up good. Be careful, because it's a full cup. Let's take these out here. We put a 3rd coat of base on. I didn't need to show you that. I put it on just like the 2nd coat. It's flashed off. All right, first thing we're gonna do is tack it off. Not really getting anything on the rag. This stuff is going to probably get 2 coats. We're probably not going to need a wet sand to polish the steps. All right. Oh. Same thing. I like to hose this shit on. So I got her. We're wide open, baby. Whew. doing is, just like with the base, I'm getting the hard parts first. We're gonna put the second coat on now. We went with 3 coats. We got a little left over, that's all right. Now we're gonna let it flash 20, 30 minutes or so with the fan running. Then we'll open the doors, let it sit overnight, and then we can take this stuff out of here tomorrow. Again, gotta clean your gun. You notice you just use a nice good 50 to 75% overlap depending on how fast you move when you're clearing. But that's it, that's the whole process, start to finish. How to base coat, clear coat. The Black Magic way. Honestly, there's a million ways to skin this cat. And it's nothing special, anyone can do this. It just takes a little patience. And you're gonna fuck it up. Those ain't perfect. I got a little run on one of the steps that I'm gonna have to redo. I had it flapping in the wind because I was being lazy and didn't wanna, I hung it instead of bolting it down. But anybody can do this shit. And if somebody tells you you can't, that person is called an idiot. And you don't listen to them. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.